Love is patient. Love is kind. Love protects. Love always trusts. Love always hopes. Love never fails. Amazing love.
It is my pleasure, Christ TV viewers, to welcome you yet again to this program, Amazing Love. In this program, we explore the charity works of Prophetess Ruth Makandiwa and the amazing love that she's extending to so many people, thousands across the world. In today's program, we have a very special guest. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Can you tell us about yourself?
Okay. My name is Victor, and I'm 24 years old. And I'm born in a family of two, me and my younger sister, who is 5 years younger than me. And my dad passed away when I was doing my Form 2, that is back in 2004. And ever since up until now, it's just me, my mother, and my younger sister. And we reside in Westgate.
Tell us a bit about your life before your father passed away.
Before my father passed away, he was a person who could take care of us. He was there for us. He could take us to movies. We could go to ice cream. We could do a lot of things, you know, like even go and watch soccer. Some of the days, like on Sundays, after church, my former church, I would go with him and watch soccer, beat Zimbabwe versus some other country. And he was elected into being one of the managers of this other soccer team that is based in Zimbabwe. So because of that, we went to a lot of soccer matches, and things were okay. They were moving on well, and was sending me and my sister to school. And yeah, basically I can say that's it.
The lifestyle, how was the lifestyle?
The lifestyle, it was okay, I can say, because you just go and say, hey, Daddy, I want this, I want that. So you know how it is when you have a person that you can just go and say, I need school shoes, then you just relax, then you go play with others. Or just go, I need a shirt, then you relax and go play with others and something like that. So it was okay. It was...
Comfortable.
Comfortable, yeah, so to speak. It was comfortable, yes.
You mentioned that your father passed away in 2004. After he passed away, can you tell us now, what was your life like?
Well, as the breadwinner, of course, there was a difference from the way we were living whilst he was still alive and when he passed on. So when he passed on, it was just me, my mom, and my sister. So back then, I was like going to school. I was a boarder by Maronda High. So my mom would buy tuck for me, would pay fees, and bearing in mind my sister as well.
Yeah. What difference did you note, even, let's say, in the diet?
In as far as diet is concerned, there was a big difference because, you know, when my dad was around, he would just bring certain things, you know, that maybe he would bring us luxuries. Like I remember very well, I used to love Jupiters, you know. So, and my sister used to love cheeses, those chips that you used to eat when you were young, you know. So with my dad, we used to go shopping. This one gets his trolley or a trolley or whatever. Then we would be shopping, you know. Then we'll be taking me. I take my Jupiters. He takes the cheeses, and you know, supper. You have those ice creams. You have those things. You know how it is. But when he passed away, all of that kind of just vanished because there was now a lot of responsibility upon one person, that is my mom. So it was more like she had to make sure that everyone is being taken care of. And on top of that, her sister passed away, and the husband of her sister passed away as well. So the children were left orphans. So we started taking care of the other child. So it so happened that we were now 4. There was an extra mouth in our house. So she had to take care of all of us, and she had to pay rent, she had to buy us clothes, she had to do a lot of things just for us to survive. So diet, even the supper, you know, it had changed. And breakfast, you know, when the dad is around, you can just say, hey, I don't want to eat this. And I remember very well that other day, my dad used to love oats very much. So me, I then started liking oats as well. So one day my mother cooked mealie meal porridge. Then my dad was like, no, I'm not eating. And I joined the clan as well and said, no, me, I'm not eating as well. So that porridge was thrown away and she cooked oats whilst we were waiting. So you can imagine from that, then he passed away. So there was no luxury of that anymore. So there was kind of a change in how things were.
And can you tell us now what was happening in terms of the school fees, clothes? How was your mother managing?
My mother was, well, I can't say doing that well, but she was doing enough. So she would sell like jewelry or anything that can be sold. She used to do Tupperware, jewelry and stuff like that, so that we might get by, you know how it is. And to add on to that, she's a teacher. So you can imagine the civil servant salary and you're taking care of the whole family by yourself. So it won't be enough and you won't have much of that luxury like when you have both parents. Like with both parents, you could just go into a shop, then the father of the house would just say, choose what you want or something like that. Then it's not that my dad was so prosperous, no. But, you know, he would have enough to take care of that. You can just walk into a shop and say, hey guys, take what you want. Then my sister rushes in that direction, me I go in the other direction, you know how it is. But after that, everything that's just changed, you know. There was no more of that luxury that I would just go to Edgar's or go to wherever I want to go and just say, I want that, I want that, I want that. I was taking into consideration my mother being the only person taking care of us. So in terms of clothes, there was a notable difference when the father of the house was around and when the father of the house wasn't around.
And can you tell us how that affected you and your sister and the other child was also in your family?
I can say, as of me, it was a bit, I could feel it a bit, to be honest, because back then, you know, when you're not yet born again, like me, I didn't care about Jesus back at that time, you know, and the only thing that we would want is, you know, those 3/4 shorts or those baggy jeans and those sneakers, and, you know, and when you go to a former Group A school, it's a fact of someone comes with a phone or someone comes with something else and you're like, hey, me, I want this as well. So because my mom was now taking care of us by herself, I didn't have the luxury to go to her and tell her, hey, Mama, this person's got a phone, so maybe can I have one? Or this has happened, so can I have this as well? So it affected our lifestyle and my lifestyle as well.
And the academic side, how did it affect you when you knew this was the situation at home?
Well, the academic side, I can't say it affected me in a negative way, per se, but I can say it actually motivated me or pushed me, so to speak, to study hard, knowing that if I don't make it now, there is no way I'm going to make it. So I have to like study very hard, you know, sleepless nights, sleeping with my feet in water, you know, studying and studying and studying and studying. So that's how it impacted on my academic side.
I know we want to hear more of the journey and the life of this young man. Please stay with us. We'll be back with yet another segment of the program, Amazing Love.
Amazing Love.